Hi Leo, my sun sign brothers and sisters. Welcome to your life sector tarot reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs, so watch them for all three so that you know which one resonates with you the most. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you all of us on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So my ascendant family, let's see what's going on for us. So in terms of our actions and plans for the month ahead of July 2023, we have the Star card. So lots of working on achieving the things that we've set out for our futures. It looks like a lot of you are in planning mode or stage of some sort. Then you've got the Hanged Man, right? So this basically says don't go too far into the future. Start building your plan, yes, but use that as a guide or a touchstone as opposed to setting something in stone. Then you've got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is usually an air sign woman, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. She comes up here with the Star card, so this is probably an Aquarius woman, is likely to feature for you in some way, shape or form. Now what this tells me, especially because the Hanged Man is involved, this may very well be somebody that is trying to get you to go slowly so that you can actually achieve what it is that you're trying to, whatever it is that you're setting out to achieve. Another way this potentially shows up for you is this could be a woman in your life. This could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling. This is someone whose stuff tends to get in the way of yours, right? So it's like maybe you start making progress with something and then all of a sudden this person needs you. Some impending doom or drama kicks off in their life and you're expected to drop everything in your life in order to kind of rush in and save it. Well, this basically suggests that this time you have to leave this person to get on with it. Whatever it is, whatever the ensuing drama is, as fun or as entertaining as it can be sometimes, this is basically a message to stand back and let it be, because it's basically the only way that this person is going to learn whatever it is that they need to learn. What this also tells me is there's potentially a help or a support coming in here through an older woman who happens to be very spiritual and potentially happens to be an air sign. Now, she's playing a supportive role for you in order to get your actions and plans off the ground, but it relies on you kind of... Basically, she's going to challenge you, right? She's going to challenge you to challenge yourself. So you're going to have to show up in some way, shape or form. So for your career and communications, you have the Two of Swords, okay, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. I love this, right? So there are nice career developments this month. That Two of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles suggests that there's a growing or an expansion of your own personal intuition. And that Six of Wands basically suggests that you are heading towards some kind of success, but you can't see it at the moment because you're doing this kind of overview thing and you're doing like the daily grind or the daily plod. What this basically suggests to me is you are seeing the end result. That's what the Star card is, right? It's a glimpse into the future. So you get a little sort of taster of what's to come. But here, it's like this is to do with your career. And if you stay focused on the smaller steps that you're working on now, especially the ones that you feel intuitively guided to kind of step forward with, you're going to see some really great results. Now, when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, you are being encouraged here to actively sort of go after the higher end of the scale. So if your grades are, let's say, A to D, or they're 1 to 10 or whatever it is, like you're being encouraged here to really go for broke, like to go for the best grade or the best level that you can possibly get. Sorry, as you can see, like I can barely breathe out of my nose and my eyes are somewhat swollen, so I'm just going to continue to go. All right, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, one of the ways that this shows up for you is This is the righting of a wrong that you've been waiting to see balanced out for some time. So let's say maybe you've had a fallout with a colleague, maybe you've been blamed for something unfairly, maybe you've got like a boss or something, like a superior who has really been down on you, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to keep doing me, and eventually whatever I'm doing will pay off, but more importantly, I will be seen exactly as I am, as opposed to the way that somebody tries to paint me. Well, that pays off. That Two of Swords has a lot of elements of justice to it. And so what this tells me is you are likely to see the righting of a wrong. You might even get an apology for a select few of you. But it's been something that's been a long time coming, right? So it's like, it's not something that's been recent. This is something that you've really been kind of just waiting, you know, I'm just biding my time, Now, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is you setting something into motion that you understand is for the long haul, right? And it's almost like it starts really easily, and you're going to say to yourself like, okay, so maybe I should have done this before. No, I really think that you're doing the right thing now because you have enough time, effort, but more importantly, you've got enough experience under your belt to make this thing work. So whatever it is that you're focused on building for your future, you're going to see really great results from it now. Now, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this does suggest that you're getting a what's the word? You're getting like a boost here. This could be some kind of investment that you've made. Maybe it's something that you own that's appreciated in value. This is some really good news about your long-term finances or what you do when it comes to investments, etc. It's also potentially for all Leos, Sun, Moon and Rising. There's something here that you're going for that you understand is going to set you up for the future. And it's like you're ready to move ahead with this thing no matter what the challenges are with it. For your love and relations, you've got the Eight of Wands, nice. You've also got the King of Pentacles and you've got the Tower card, right? So for those of you that are single, this could literally be a surprise communication. Now, for those of you that are single, you're getting a surprise communication from an earth sign, right? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This might be somebody, for a lot of you, I actually feel like this is somebody that you've either dated before, somebody that you already know, maybe somebody that you've got your eye on. You're going to be really surprised when this person turns around and says, look, you know what, do you want to go on a date or do you want to meet up? Maybe you haven't seen this person for a long time. Maybe there hasn't been some kind of, maybe there's not been enough connection, right? But what I like about this for you is when that communication comes in, you will move on it almost instantly. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, what I love most about this is it's like you're connecting to a partner here, but they've got some really good news coming in and it's news that you're not expecting. So it's almost like when your partner comes to you and says, oh, by the way, you know, I want to talk to you about something. You're like, oh, you know, here we go. Like, what is it now? They're going to give you some news that makes you absolutely ecstatic. So I'm really happy for this. And I think it's really good news that's coming in through the partner. I will say though, with that Tower card with the King of Pentacles, there's a solid chance that something about your everyday sort of experience is likely to need to change to accommodate this. Now, wouldn't be so bad if Leo wasn't a fixed sign, right? So you might have to get over your love of the familiar, right, in order to incorporate this. And then for your money and materials, you've got the King of Wands, okay, with the Six of Pentacles, nice, and the Five of Wands. So when it comes to those of you that are, in fact, across the board, right? So you've got the King of Pentacles, you've got the King of Wands. Two kings represents minor council. The Six of Pentacles, this is a meeting or a conversation of some sort where you realize there is a boost or a blessing that comes to the finances, but it's almost like there's either someone that wanted what you're about to get, or there's going to be someone in your midst that maybe isn't necessarily very happy for you, because they envision things having to, or envision things having to go a different way or a certain way. Either which way, I think this is great for you. I will say when it comes to working in groups and connecting around money, finances and resources, you just want to be a little bit wary about, you know, what am I putting in versus what others are putting in. If it's equal, great. If it's slightly askew, address it as soon as it comes up. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is for a lot of you getting back into being active, which, you know, if you've been with me long enough, you know I recently trashed my ankle. So I've been out of action for about 2 weeks, but still managed to be in that losing weight train. So I'm quite proud of that fact. But that's just because I've been really, really strict with my food intake and stuff while I wasn't able to work out. So for me, this is kind of perfect because it looks like I'll be getting back to it. So I'm totally here for that. Also, if you can do something that you're doing as a group or in a group setting or connection, this would be a great way to go, especially if it centers around health, fitness, and or hobbies of that nature. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is potentially some challenging or harsh words around a contract of some kind. And I do wonder here if you're needing to expand your viewpoint in some regard, because it looks like some of your plans have changed. And because of the cards that came up here in the start, I almost feel like for a lot of you, your plans have been fast-tracked in some way. So keep an eye on that, because it's like whatever timeline you had previously, it's changed. And so you're going to need to adapt and adjust to that in some way, shape or form. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.